Hey, what's up, you guys? It's the the Queen Honey, Jarika. I'm here to cause chaos. Oh, mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna need y'all to get up in here real fast and talk and stuff like that. She, I need y'all to get up in here. Y'all come up in here, like, share, and subscribe, honey. And make sure when you come up in here, when you like, share, and eventually subscribe, join my community so you can answer questions, so you can go ahead and, binge watch my content. I got over 1,000 videos. 1,000 videos. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no excuse. Okay? So not, come into my lives and, like, share, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, support a bitch. It's okay. Like, I have music. I'm an all around, multifaceted artist. Okay. So definitely come in, get in where you fit in. It's something for everyone. Something for the straights, for the gays, the queers, intersex. It's something for everyone. It's something for everyone. And I'm gonna ask this question again because this is my second time going live today. And y'all have no choice but to answer. Are homosexual now, but are homophobic men down low? It's a simple yes or no question. Some of y'all don't have to think too hard. You know, it's a yes or no question. It's fine. Be gentle. And just answer the question. It's okay. There's no right and wrong answer. It's simple. It is simple. I'm here to cause chaos, like I've explained numerous times on my I'm here to cause chaos lives, that I'm not the one creating chaos. I'm not the one being messy. Like, I give the illusion that I'm being messy because how I talk, I get real low and start talking about my shit, on gay lingo and all the type of stuff. I give the impression that I'm messy, but I'm not the one with the chaos. It be bitches. I be talking about something. I'll be talking about rivers and lakes. Bitch come in. Are you gay? Oh, you going to hell? La, 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 la. So you get my point. They come in with the bullshit. Then I have to read them for filth. And however I retaliate, bitch, you can't tell me. You can't throw the first punch and tell me how to retaliate, bitch. Just make sure that you knock me out, so I won't say half the shit that's gonna come out of my mouth. It ain't just good for sucking dick, bitch. It's also good for reading motherfuckers to the abyss. Like, I'm, allegedly supposed to go do that fake ass Bible of y'all's. But yeah, answer the question. Are homophobic men DL? There's no right and wrong answer. I definitely just want y'all. Okay, some people say yes. I don't know if it's one or two people that said yes, but it's okay. Get in here, answer the question. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. Besides that, girl, why do y'all come into the gay community, taking our lingo, and then, after using us for everything we got, then be like, I ain't with that gay shit, or I'm sick of these gay people, or life would be so much better, protect the kids against the gays, when it's not even us that are hurting your children. When the last time since y'all seen a gay thug? When the last time since y'all seen a mass murderer that was gay? When is the last time that y'all seen us touching little boys and all that? When the last time? Have y'all seen this in the news? Because this is coming from straight presenting people. Ain't nobody that been gay that y'all seen. Y'all try to say that the ones that murdered, Shanquilla Robinson, rest in peace, baby. But the trans woman that unalived her, no, she was a female. So it's like, Y'all want to find ins and outs, like, share, subscribe, people. When you subscribe, I got over 1,000 videos for y'all to watch now. Hey, what's up, Christopher? I used to mess with a Christopher. Well, not mess with, because he ain't get the goods. But, I know that's what made him trip. But, because of when I moved here. That's a whole story in itself. If y'all want to know about that Christopher that I knew, let me know in the comments that y'all want to hear about that story, honey. But anyway, back to the point. Like, girl, like y'all find in every excuse, like trying to come for the drag queens. When in reality, drag queens it's not a sexual orientation. They're not gay, straight, it's an art. Y'all talking about drag queens reading to the children. What's wrong with drag queens reading to children? So y'all don't want them to be read to? So y'all want to protect the kids, but then when it comes to, going to school and teaching, I'm going to say Common Core about, especially when it comes to history, because history is important, teaching them a bunch of lies, starting with Christopher Columbus, girl. But y'all want to talk about protect the children. It's never been about protect the children. And against us, and then y'all get mad, y'all call us pedophiles, and when pedophiles is totally different from homosexuality. Pedophilia, they are predators, girl. There is a total difference. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you doing? How are you doing? Ooh. Yes. When y'all up here being mad about foolishness. Oh my God. Oh no. I'm sorry for your loss. No. I'm sorry for your loss. My condolences. I mean, that's understandable. But Christopher, everything is gonna be okay. It may not look like it, but you're gonna make it through this. Just keep going. Keep going, boo. Shit, if you need somebody to talk to, you can talk to me. It's cool. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. I know we in the world we live in. Thank you for the like too. Where we live in, people becoming way more desensitized, and social media definitely helps that out. People just to be trolling and just being hateful, being keyboard thugs. I'm not one of those people. I want you to know that everything is gonna be fine. Stay strong. And I definitely send love and light energy your way. Like, my condolences again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all definitely, if y'all are spiritual or y'all definitely pray for Christopher. I definitely want to be respectful when it comes to religion and stuff like that. When people's religion, I just don't mess with the Christian faith. But that's beside the point. I definitely send love and light energy your way. Everything. It may not look like it right now, but it's gonna be fine. Definitely surround yourself with people that love you unconditionally and gonna have your back. And it's okay to cry. I've never been through that, but I would hope that time definitely helps too. And if you need to seek help too, just to have a third person, if you don't feel comfortable with talking with anyone and stuff like that, that's a good thing to do too. You know what I mean? But you here, I'm gonna definitely make sure you laugh and have a good time. Definitely, stay for that. And if you need to, I have other, content that will make you laugh too, hopefully. And music that you could listen to if that would help as well. But yes, definitely. I'm gonna be going into talking about my list of. But yes, but stay for some of it if you want to. But definitely, straight people definitely pour from gay people. I'm gonna start with the men, the straight man. Contrary to popular belief, straight men definitely have friends that happen to be gay. I don't like to say gay friends or whatever. And, it's not necessarily the wording, it's the intent, but definitely people refer to us as gay friend, like we're a pet, like we're just, a tool that's to pull out of the toolbox and use. And then once they're done, hell, don't even put it back into the toolbox. Just throw every which way and not consider making sure that it's clean, making sure that it's placed carefully, like showing like that. So a lot of straight people take from gay people. Like I said, let me start with men. They usually use gay men to get women. Be like, oh yeah, I only mess with this, I only talk to this gay dude because I know he had the bad bitches, he had all the women surrounding him. That's the only way that he's gonna consider being a friend to a gay person, but he's actually being an opportunist, using the gay friend to get women. When it's like, dude, don't you have your own game, or why would you have to run game in order to get a lady, to get a woman? When they say they still see y'all as sexual objects, in that sense, trying to indirectly go through a gay person to get a woman. Like, you don't got your own type. Say, what time it is for you? Let me see. 9:15. Where you from? But yeah, they definitely do that, and that's not cool. Like, we're human too. Like, straight people, it's a privilege because it's seen as normal, societally normal to be straight, to be heterosexual, whereas they try to take the voice from us. It's a privilege when you can vote against people, like vote against people's livelihood, and a lot of straight people don't see that. Don't see that. You say, "Ooh, Toowoomba? I never heard of that." I'm 7 for you. Oh, thank you, Eden. I like your name. Make sure y'all answer the question, are homophobic men down low? And make sure y'all share so more people can come in. Definitely. People be scared of me. I'm here to cause chaos. But I'm not going to read nobody unless they come for me. And I may not even give them no type of, attention because that's what they want. And, I make sure that other people going to get mad before I do. But make sure y'all share so more people can come in. I've never been there. Is it good? Is it a great place? Is it lit in Toowoomba? And I know they got to be outside the country because I've never heard of Toowoomba. It sounds like it got some forests and, creeks and rivers and all this type of stuff. Or like it sounds like it's got an ocean and stuff, like beach type stuff. Like y'all, and make sure y'all answer the question: are homophobic men down low? There's no right or wrong answer. I just wanna know what y'all think. But girl, but yes, the straight men definitely are opportunists when it comes to gay men. Like, they don't just come to us and be like, oh, you have the baddies, you'll have the bad bitches. They also use us as counselors. Ooh, yes, they do. The same way straight women do that with us. The same thing straight men do. When they feel like they don't want to seem like they're a punk to their wives and their baby mamas, when it's like, why did you marry them if you can't talk to them the way you're talking to me? Asking me all these questions, and the reason they feel they can be open and honest with us about their feelings is because that Bible, because they already feel like we're an abomination, so we can't judge them. And I'm like, if you feel like I'm an abomination, why are you getting advice from an abomination, bitch? Clearly, you're the one with the mental illness. if I'm an abomination and you getting advice. Don't come to the abomination, girl. Don't come here for no advice. Because you already feel like I'm lower than you. Just feel like you're straight. That your seat is planted in heaven because you're straight. No, babe. There's other religions. That's why I don't mess with that Christian faith, girl. Because they feel like just because they're straight, their seat is planted in heaven. Baby, you don't even know if God really exists or a fact. That's why I be like, be careful. Be careful. It's not just one religion. There's reasons why there are other religions. And some people are not some people don't even believe. Like, it's okay that we believe in different things, but when it comes to my livelihood, that you feel like I should die because I choose to love a man and you hate them. Now, I can't control the heart now. You're gonna love who you love because the heart is not rational. That's why we say that being homosexual is not a choice. Now, think about when they say being gay is. But that's debatable. But it's really not, because it's not, girl. Ain't nobody gonna wake up and choose to be gay and be judged all the goddamn time. Not, all right, now. All right, be careful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all make sure to answer this question, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all answer this question now. Are homophobic men down low? Bye-bye. I want y'all to answer this now. Take it seriously. But yes, don't come up here and try to read me, because baby, you cannot outread no queen. You can never do it. Especially if I'm paying attention to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yes, I love the name Christopher. It's a beautiful name. But yes, indeed, it be too much. Like the straight man would talk to us about their feelings and stuff like that. And before I get into that, I want people to realize that it's so much more than being straight and gay. It's a whole lot of things in between. I'm just saying being heterosexual and homosexual. It's so much things in between, because there's also demisexual people that may be seen as pansexual or bisexual. Bye. It was nice meeting you. And they just think that there's nothing in between. It's like you either gay or straight. And some people don't even believe in bisexuality when that is actually a sexual orientation. And it's like, it's crazy. Like, you either gay or straight. No, babe, don't put nobody in a box. That's why a lot of people don't like to be labeled. Like, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not a little bit of this, I'm not a sprinkle of that. And it's like, people don't want to be placed in a box. So I understand the label, but I'm still gonna, label myself gay, because I love men, not every man, because that's the biggest misconception, that gay men want every man, and that's not true. Because if you want to say that, then that means every woman wants a man. No, that's not the case. Every straight woman don't want every man. Like, it's not, but how can you equate the two? Because we're really not that damn different, girl. But, if you want to go scientifically, and everybody want to play biologists when they never had an A in biology, girl. But anyway, straight men would definitely talk to gay men about their feelings, because they don't want to seem like a punk to their wives. And I'm like, if you're marrying someone that you cannot express your feelings to, you're lying to them. That's not the person for you. It's just, girl, if you can't be honest and talk about your feelings with your wife, then why did you marry her? Why? So, nah. But anyway, they be talking to us about their feelings. Like I said, they feel safe doing that with us because they feel like we can't judge them because of that Bible. I'm like, newsflash, bitch. I'm not a Christian. I may be more so spiritual, but I definitely will judge you. I definitely will read you, because I'm going to tell you about yourself, especially if you come in here for advice, bitch. Now, just a listening ear, okay, listening ear, fine. But if you're asking me for advice, I'm going to give you the brutal, honest truth, and the truth is not going to always be sweet. I know you would like to think that because I'm gay, But bitch, I don't sugarcoat shit. All puns intended. Y'all come over here, like, share, and subscribe, people. It's okay, and answer this question, damn it. Are homophobic men down low? It's okay. There's no right and wrong answer. Okay? Are homophobic men DL? It's okay, girl. I mean, I'll tell ya. But back to what I was saying. I've kept a lot of homes, happy, because I've spoken and, counseled people's husbands. Now, I ain't screw any of the people that, I talk to husband. Now, if I did, I didn't counsel them, because, bitch, that's your husband, not mine. And I don't make it a goal to fuck anybody's husband. I really do not. But anyway, girl, that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is I have counseled a lot of y'all's husbands, and they felt safe to talk to me about their feelings, and I never had no thought of fucking that man, because why? And then men do have a feeling like, oh, they're supposed to be a protector and just give dick and die. So they don't really have a village, unfortunately. Men really don't have a village that's straight or gay as like women do. Women can go and have a fuck these men party, fuck these men gathering, girl. And nobody's saying nothing. They could, even for Father's Day, the men can't even have Father's Day because the women being like, I'm the man and the woman, and I'm the man, mother and the father. But y'all see nothing wrong with claiming both those, genders when it comes to Mother's Day. But y'all have a problem with homosexuality, which makes no sense. So you get to say you're the mother and the father on Father's Day as, the mother, claiming those genders, but you have a problem with homosexuality. Get the fuck out of here with that, girl. Good fathers can't even have their day, as if there is no good fathers out there. Your father probably was a horrible one. Okay, your baby daddy was probably a horrible father, and some of y'all make it that way because you mad at his new wife. You mad at his new baby mama. A lot of y'all talk about protecting kids. No, protecting kids against you. You keeping them from their daddy. You keeping them from their daddy, honey, because you're mad at the new woman. Get over it. Get out your pussy and go get another man. And stop blaming everyone else. Now, you might not like that woman, and if it's a horrible woman, okay, understandable. You want to protect them. But y'all know what I mean, and a lot of y'all hate gay men because we're always going to tell you the truth. We're always going to tell you. Then you want to go into, oh, you gay, so you can't tell me. Bitch, yes, I definitely can, bitch. I definitely can. Why the hell wouldn't I know a man? I'm still a man, bitch. I know a man more than you do, of course. Because I could be just as shifty as him. But I choose to be good. Okay? That's what y'all get misconstrued, girl. That a gay man is not a man or not less of a man. Please, girl. Please. How you gonna tell me what a real man is? You can't pick a good baby daddy. Pick a good, a good husband, bitch. How you gonna tell me what a man is? That's why I be wanting to understand down low. Y'all like, share, subscribe, please, and thanks. But yes, you can't tell me what a man is. Some of y'all believe the man is just a bank account. Some of y'all do the same thing that men do in reverse. You just use the man as a bank account. Oh, he's good enough, or at least he don't beat me. If you have to at least a person, that's not the person for you. You're using them. You're using. We adding to the problem of what's going on. You can't dig your hole and blame everyone for how deep it is. You got to blame yourself. Because if the person that you met is that person that you met where there were good intentions or bad intentions, you saw, for example, you saw this nigga riding up to you on a bike. He told you, hey, he had no job, or you assumed he had no job. You still took it upon yourself to be with that man. You wanted to build him up, like Build-A-Bear Workshop. Then as soon as he go back to the rivers and lakes that he's used to, you're mad. You saw this, you made up in your head that you was going to change and fix this man. He came to you exactly who he was and told you, I don't have no job and I'm just riding the car, I'm still getting myself together and all this type of stuff. And you like, oh, I'll help you with that. You can come and live in my house for free. You forget all the shit you say because you entranced because you was attracted to him. He came to you exactly who he was. Then you made up this whole scenario and now you're mad and judging him. And after the relationship dissolves, you're blaming the man. It's always the man's fault. Newsflash, women are not always right. I know y'all would like to believe that. Happy wife, happy life. Bullshit. That implies that the woman is always right. No. That's narcissistic. That's very narcissistic. To believe that one side, one gender, one sex is always right. No, that's never the case. But that's why it's y'all got some accountability type shit. There cannot be growth without taking responsibility and being accountable. Like I said, that's a good example. Person that, make sure y'all answer this question, are homophobic men down low. But we're talking right now. We're getting into some good shit. We're getting into some very good shit because I see on the statistics, it's more men that's following me, or that subscribe to me, whatever it is. And I'm not female bashing, I'm not women bashing, I'm not doing that. I'm just not gonna sugarcoat nothing. So let me get back to it. When it comes to that, it's a lot of, women that blame men when the whole time the man was the one being straightforward, letting you know he did not, how they say, send his representative. He was exactly who he was. He walked up on you like it was this video. This man was real handsome, but you could tell that he was bumming. It was on Facebook. I forgot the name. I'm not sure. But he was definitely bumming. He was handsome man. He was at a gas station. The woman pulled up. He came up, had tattoos, a nice physique. But you could tell that, he was bumming because his boxer briefs were dingy a little bit. Like he hasn't took a bath in a while. He had his shirt off, of course. And like he was sweating and stuff like that. And he was using his body, because there is male sex workers, of course, but I don't believe he was a sex worker. I just believe that he was just doing anything that he could to survive. So this man was handsome, like I said, his body to pretty much get what he wanted. He was a very handsome guy, but you could tell that he was bumming. You could tell that he was on the side of the street, but the woman pulled up, and it's okay to chit-chat, but you could tell in her voice that she was attracted. She was wild over this man. And, I couldn't really blame her, but at the same time, this is a good example of women wanting to save a guy, want to save him and then change him and then, get mad at when he decides to dissolve the relationship, that he doesn't want you to be changing him, because at the end of the day, that's not your job. It's not your job to be trying to fix a person. You can't save someone that don't want to be saved. And then who are you to feel that you need to save someone? That's not your place either. These people are going to change and whatever on their own. They're going to do that for them, and it's good that they do that for them. That shows that they have self-love, that they love. They're not self-loathing or self-hating themselves. It shows that they are a man on their own. But we're talking about men. So showing that he's a man and he shouldn't allow you as a man, as a real man, to tell him what a man is. And it has nothing to do with ego. It might be a little bit of pride, but it's good to have some bit of pride. But it has nothing to do with being controlling or anything like that. It has everything to do with he know who he is, and it's not an ultimatum. It's not an argument. A man should never let a woman or anyone tell him what a man is. He shouldn't at all. And he should never let a woman put her hands on him. That's not being a real man. He should know his worth too. Like, there's a lot of women that believe that they, should call the cops on a man or whatever and expect him to come back. No, he should go be with a queen, a woman that knows herself already. Know that there shouldn't be no domestic abuse on any side. It shouldn't get to a point where there's domestic abuse. It shouldn't get to a point where we're calling the cops on each other, or we're bleaching each other's clothes, or we're doing damage to each other's property because we're hurt feelings. Like, on that type of degree, that's very toxic, and ain't nobody got time for that. I never wanted that. I hope anybody don't want that Yvette and Jody relationship. I'm not saying that happened in the movie, but I mean, it was implied. But yeah, for the men, I definitely have to talk to them to let them know, you a king, bruh. You a king. No, it's not love that she's putting her hands on you. No, it's not love that she, that you crying and her, not necessarily that's not love, but you don't really feel safe in a relationship. Because what I've heard from these straight men, that they don't feel safe in their relationship. And like I said, there's really no village. When I talk about men, it be just like this. When I'm talking about straight men, it be exactly like this. It be no one in the comments talking about men or uplifting men. I know it's generally men that are the ones that usually do the domestic violence, or killing and all this type of stuff, murdering and stuff like that. I know, I've seen the statistics, but there are good men out there. There are, I'm gonna say, decent men out there, and for the ones that are decent men and not insecure, not homophobic, type of men, I want them to know. I want them to know that they're seen, that they're seen. And I know I may not have had much good experiences with men in a particular race in question, but I'm not trying to go there, because I want to show, that I appreciate those men that are really wonderful men and stuff. So yeah, like I've talked to those men, and the majority of them were men that felt like, oh, I couldn't judge them because of the Bible. They feel like I was, due to the Bible, I'm an abomination, so I couldn't judge them. But there was also men that were comfortable in their sexuality and knew who the hell they were, but they just needed a shoulder. They just needed someone to talk to. And I definitely love talking to those men and helping them out if need be. So there was definitely those type of men, and they didn't have to be like, oh, no homo or this and that. Made me feel like a real person, real human, real person, and stuff like that. And I really appreciate those men. So yeah, they would talk to me about how they probably thought about leaving their wife, or how do they really talk to them, or how do they be. It's just like things that they can't really talk to about their wife, or letting them know it's okay to cry, it's okay to express that to her. And I'm like, if you don't express that to her, or if you don't express that to her, then it's gonna hurt the relationship. It's gonna damage your relationship. And if you can't be friends with the person that you're married to, then it's really not gonna last. It's not. You should feel safe with talking to your wife as your husband, and she may see you as a leader, but at the same time, both of y'all can lead. It's not just one side. Like, are y'all partners, or are y'all, are y'all partners, or are y'all just, just roommate? Or y'all just, no, I'm just with that motherfucker. I'm just with that. No. Are y'all a team? Are y'all foes? Are y'all friend or foes? So I've definitely talked to them about, even when it came to their children, or like any advice I could really just give. And it was dope, like talking to some of them. And some of them may have listened. Some may have may have not, but it is what it is. I definitely I've talked to a lot of even when it came down to sex, even when it came down to sex, oh, talking to the straight man, like, you can't be doing the same things. Like, throw her into the TV, shit. Have her hanging from the chandelier, like, do the damn thing. Like, it's only so much back shots can do. Like, the person wanted to be explored. She want to be explored. She wants you to talk and whisper her sweet nothings in her ear. Wants you to bit by her earlobe. Not just give her a damn hickey. Like, she wants you to explore her body. Like, I've given so much advice, and a lot of times, generally, gay people do that. Like, it's so much that we do for the straight community, and a lot of straight people feel like we are supposed to be subservient, on call to straight people. But when it comes down to having our back, y'all want to have nothing to do with it and do with us. And like, that's not y'all fight. That's not y'all problem. When it is, like, we're people too. Y'all got to realize that queer people are people too. Queer people are people too. We have feelings. We have lives. We're not here to just cater to straight people. We're not. A lot of straight people don't see that as a problem. And that's the problem. Not seeing other people as human too. We're human too. We have lives too. That's when y'all talk about being careful about what's seen on TV, and y'all be mad at Netflix trying to come for Netflix and make them, I guess, pay or whatever for showing other lives like LGBTQ. We're here. We exist. There's such thing as queer kids, LGBTQ plus kids. They need representation. They need representation. If I only had more representation to let me know that I'm okay just the way I am. Y'all talking about protect the kids. Baby, there are queer kids and they need to see representation. When it comes to homosexuals, y'all equate homosexuality to being sexual deviants, that it's just sex. Well, if that's the case, then heterosexuals are some definitely sexual deviants. Because like a comedian said, bitch, it takes straight people to make us. So who is the real problem? Hello? If straight people are the ones that made us, then who was the real problem? Because the root is y'all. And according to that Bible, Adam and Eve were straight. Y'all fucked up the world. If we want to be technical, y'all fucked up the world, girl. And secondly, if we want to be even more so technical, females did. That's why women are fighting for women's rights. And who be on the sideline with them? Gay people, queer people. We always playing Captain Saberho. Always. We're always there. But I'm just saying, yes, I've definitely been in community in a village to straight men. And not many has done that for me. Not many has done that for me. And I don't want to make it about race, so I'm not going to tonight. But don't expect the same shit tomorrow night, okay? But I had really had no problem with talking to straight men and being community to them, because straight men as a whole, or men as a whole, gay or straight, don't really have a village like women do. We don't, because contrary to popular belief, gay men are still raised for the most part like straight men. Hell, we don't even be crying because we feel like that's some punk shit. Not punk, but some punk shit. Like, I'm gonna cry. Man, I ain't got no feelings. And that's not good. That's not good. I don't want to, I really would like for men to embrace their emotions. Because you was in a pussy just as much as she was, okay? You was in a twat too. You was in a womb too. when it was a person was intersex or a female. Y'all tend to forget intersex exists, aka hermaphrodites. Some of them have ovaries too. I want y'all to know that. God only created man and woman. No, they did not. There are things in between. So I be trying to tell y'all. God only created man, woman. No, he did not. There is hermaphrodites out here that have ovaries. There is hermaphrodites out here that have ovaries and can carry too. I want y'all to know that. Y'all tend to forget, but I don't. Men supposed to be married to women and women. Nah, girl. And how y'all want to be sticking up for being married to the opposite sex when y'all really don't even like each other, girl? Y'all don't really be liking each other for real. Shut up. Y'all really don't. Divorce rates high as fuck. Y'all really don't be liking each other. Y'all don't. Y'all really don't. So stop it. But anyway, straight man, I appreciate the ones, those of y'all that are secure, that can hug another man, can hug a gay person, a gay man, and tell them that, you know, he loves them or stuff like that. And this has nothing to do with sex at all. It has nothing to do with him being gay. Like straight men and gay men can be friends. It could be platonic. Those men are dope. Those type of men are dope. Like I appreciate those men. I really appreciate whatever man, you know, straight man that come up in here and watch my, you know, live and hear me speak. I definitely want y'all to know that y'all are appreciated. Y'all are appreciated. We need more of y'all. We definitely need more real like leaders to help us out. Not just help us out, but we need more of y'all to teach the children. And I'm not just talking about kids. I'm talking about grown folk that have child trauma and they grow up with that and feel like it's okay to be homophobic. It's okay to be insecure. It's okay to kill a woman because she rejected him, rejected his advances. We need more leaders. Because a lot of times, they're not going to listen to a gay man. As well spoken or well versed or well educated gay man can be, the fact that we're gay, they're not really going to listen to us. They're not really going to listen to us. Now, as much as they will listen, because especially if we're feminine, a feminine gay man has no chance. A masculine gay man, because he's masked, they may not tell the difference because he exudes masculinity and it may be more healthy masculinity. And don't let him be handsome or have beautiful eyes. They're going to listen to him because generally, what's on the low on the totem pole is women, gay men. We are the lowest factors because femininity is still seen regardless, whether it's a woman or a gay man, we are seen as at the bottom of the barrel, at the bottom of the totem pole. We're not really seen still. So, it's women, gay men that we're just seen as holes, honestly, to be fucked and, pounded and nutted in. That's pretty much what it is. Now it'd be different. It was a lot of love in that. But, it would definitely change a lot, but anyway, we definitely need more leaders out there, regardless of race. We definitely need more men, not Mormon, that are leaders and have love. That's why I definitely will hope y'all stop being obsessed with homosexuals and using y'all children as a shield because they see that and think that's okay. Y'all using them, because you don't want to understand when you do, but you don't want to accept. And it's okay that you don't want to accept, but it's not okay that you don't respect. You don't have to like it, but respect and definitely show compassion for the other person because that person is still a person. You don't have to accept my lifestyle, but you do, and you're going to respect that I'm here too. And I deserve to live happily ever after, just like you. So if that's not happening, we ain't really gotta cross paths. But if we do, you get out of line, I will too. Bitch, I just want that to be known. But yeah, straight, and we the ones that are, genuinely straight, heterosexual, the ones that are secure in a manhood, don't feel like their manhood is under attack or they're gonna be, get the gay like it's a virus, girl. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate the fathers out there that's fathering. We appreciate the ones, the men that, because contrary to properly, it's still straight men that mess with us. It's still gonna claim to be straight because they may see us as, a woman. I'm really not sure what to say about that, but they sometimes don't be, as icky as the closeted men. And I say that because they're not gonna claim themselves to be gay, any other thing but straight, even if they messing with us. But hey, Cause there be so much femininity, be like, man, you a woman. You a woman. So like they be saying, hey, I'm gonna get you pregnant. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be pregnant for a hot second. But then your kids are going into the toilet, girl. Straight into the sewer to probably to somebody's, girl, I don't know. But, not to confuse y'all, I just keep it straight, as straight as I could be. But yeah, I definitely appreciate those men that are secure in their manhood and exuding healthy masculinity and can apologize and, are sensitive, caring men, there's, nurturing men. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. It's, there needs to definitely be more of y'all out here teaching these boys because, girl, like I said, I ain't gonna make it about race or nothing. Just men, and just know that a lot of us, gay men, don't mind talking to y'all and being y'all village. Now, I'm not saying that there's not women out there that are village to get to straight men, because of course, women, they do not mind being a village to a man. They do. They definitely do and are, just like we are. But y'all got to understand that we're tired, we're exhausted. We're tired of being, not tired of being alive like it's for sport, but, don't feel safe. We don't feel safe, and we want to feel that from men. We want to feel safe. We want to feel cared for, A lot of us, see, men are some beautiful creatures. Like, I know I'm a man too, but I'm just saying, like, men are some beautiful beautiful motherfuckers, honey. Oh, and be like, damn, but there's only so much you can do, and we really want to see men thrive and happy that I've seen like it wasn't recently, but it was some months back that I've seen on Instagram that there is retreats that are I guess specifically for men and little boys, And I saw them sitting down there meditating and doing yoga and all this. It was like a real retreat for men to get in touch with their, femininity, get in touch with their true feelings. And I love to see that. Like that was such a beautiful thing to see on Instagram. And of course I shared it because it was beautiful. Like needs to be more men that going out for their mental health. A lot of men have a lot of, I don't even want to just say demons because it's proper to say in the South. That's not what we say, but dealing with their internal issues, dealing with what's going on within, just like Lauryn Hill said. Well, I mean, somebody that wrote those lyrics for her said that you can't win when you're not right within. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? That's some real shit. Like you got to be right within yourself. You got to be right. Now you could love a person, but are you gonna love them properly? Are you going to love the person that you're with properly? Even your children. Are you going to love your children properly? You don't want to pass that trauma onto your children, and you don't want to give it to someone that you love. Other than your children, you don't want to give. You don't want to do that. You want to go in yourself and release that. You don't want to put that on other people. It's too many hurt people that hurt people. This world is sick, and it's alarming. A lot of us don't want to have kids because to see this world, how these people are, I don't want to raise no child in this world. No. I know, it's just, nah. And then it's just, nah. And then I don't want them people, because I know I don't want to be in prison, coming for my children because they can't get to me. Nah. Because I know how I am about, or how I definitely was about my family, air quotes. When I know how I would go to war behind them. Definitely, I would do that for my children. And I'm trying to be free in all forms as much as possible. So now one day they change. Not saying I don't want children, but not in this world. Probably in a whole nother dimension, utopia perhaps, that I would definitely have children. But not to say, because there ain't nothing to me more sexy than a man that taking care of his children. Ooh, ain't nothing more sexy than that for me. He's giving daddy like a nurturing man. Baby, come take care of me, daddy. He deserved all the pussy, all the all the ass, the throat, everything. A man that take care of his children deserves all of it. And I mean all of it. He deserved to go to Pound Town. He deserved to go in. He deserved to nut in it however he deserved to take care of his children. Psh, girl. Who? Just how that bitch was singing that theater on what that was, Five Heartbeats. Just in her chair, twisting and turning. Man, take care. Don't let him have a bald head and a beard wearing a fucking cap. With some khaki pants, bitch. And don't let him have a dad bod. Ooh. With a nice ass, girl. Yes, indeed. Girl. You deserve it all. Yes, indeed. I just can't, honey. That's my type. That's definitely my type. He has a good job, paperwork, off show. He's a loyal man. Girl, that's why I'm single. I'm waiting for this. Y'all know sometimes I gotta go into being single, girl. But yes, definitely those men, those straight men that are secure, I really appreciate y'all. But now let me go into the singleness of it all. Where the single people at? Where is the single people at? I'm saying this because I know I'm gonna save this live, and when y'all come up here, if y'all listen to the end, y'all raise y'all hand and tell me how the single life has been to you. To you, not generally, but to you. Or it's a personal experience. How has it been to you? For me, being single is definitely a gift. I would say. I don't want to necessarily say a gift and a curse. I want to say there is pros and cons to being single, but there's definitely more pros because I was able to, when I really got to where I'm like enjoying being single and stuff like that, getting into me, because when I love people, I love them hard. I really like put my all into showing this person that I care, and I'm not maybe as verbal or as expressing my feelings as much as I should, but I'm definitely a shower. I'm more about action than words. So I would definitely show for as like if I'm cooking for the person, or I'm like saving for a rainy day, or making sure I'm going to work every day, or making sure that when I come home, I'm going to maybe massage their back, or I'm going to make sure I cook, and make sure, I clean, make sure, and I'm also doing more, I would say, male things, like, taking the trash out, or, learning to try to, check the oil. Well, I can check the oil, it's like that. I've been doing that for a while, but like tire or whatever, because I am in my, still in my Betty phase, and that's gonna be lasting forever. Whereas I might not touch too much dirty things or stuff like that, because I'm a bad bitch. But bad bitch do take out trash, and stuff like that, or checking the fluids in the car, girl, like and stuff like that. Very cutesy, very demure, very feminine, like. But yeah, I've been able to like work on my childhood trauma, and I've had a lot of it. Like growing up, I knew abuse before I knew what love was. I knew that I was hated. I knew that I was different. I knew that I was gonna most likely have it hard, but I didn't know to what extreme. But I knew abuse before, like I said, I knew love, and it's sad. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but being single, I've been able to be on a healing journey and to get deep in me, and handle the turmoil that's inside me, because I never want to turn out to be bitter, jaded, just angry at the world, because of what people have done to me and what I see done to me. Like I say on my other lives, I mean, I've experienced more homophobia than I have racism, but the scale is not completely that much different. I want to say, for the I would say maybe a percentage. I would deal with more so homophobia. I would say more so. I would say maybe like 55, maybe 60%, and whereas the racism is more so like 40 or something like that. And it can change, but right now, I'm dealing with that, with homophobia more, I would say. And it doesn't mean that I don't deal with racism. I'm still black, okay? Even though I say I didn't want to go into, race, but have to, so in a sense, but anyway, fuck it. Here to cause chaos. But yeah, I deal with it because people see that, I represent. I'm feminine representation, gay representation, representation, also black representation. Like I'm representing all of me at one time. Like I can't wake up and be more than the other. Like when people see me, they see all of who I am physically, and I mean, I don't know what I would experience that day. And every day is a different day. I might not see those people depending on if they're my neighbors or not, but if it's someone new or whatever, y'all know what I mean. But I experience something every day. New experiences, whether it's good or bad. And I definitely do experience homophobia a lot. The things that I don't hear, the things that I really necessarily don't hear, that could definitely be a problem. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't really pick and choose. So, I definitely want y'all to answer this question when I put this. How has singleness, I'm going to say, treated you? Treated y'all. But yeah, it's like that. Y'all come in, like, share, subscribe, and more people come in. I definitely want to make sure my life is like over like an hour tonight. But yes, y'all see there are homophobic men down low. We had got 100% yes. I don't know how many people have done it unless I can click on it and see. Well, I guess not. But definitely, complete 5 votes. All right. Well, 5 votes. People got active. So, definitely, I've been able to heal a lot. Like I saw myself, whether if I try to date someone or talk to someone in that sense, I've definitely learned from my past when in relationships that I didn't really like the person I was with the person. Not saying I was like a horrible person, but then like seeing myself, and I may talk about it more in depth, but not on this live. But I have definitely saw myself, and that's not even just romantically, when it's platonically or when it was with like family, how I would see myself and stuff like that, things that I didn't particularly like, that I realized about myself. When it came to people, like I said, not the fact that I love hard, but then I would definitely sacrifice myself in order to make others be comfortable, or I would slightly shrink for as my light, or dim my light for others to feel comfortable, because as gay people, we're definitely taught, oh, keep that away from me, keep that away from me, keep that lifestyle away from me. Like dimming could we exude a lot of like vibration, a lot of us that are feminine, flamboyant, we exude a lot of that, and then a lot of like we have a lot of exuberance especially when we're feminine, we're flamboyant, a lot of life. We have to like dim ourselves for straight people to feel, or especially when they're homophobic and religious, to feel comfortable. Like keep that away from me, as if they're gonna get the gay, or like it's not right or whatever. Like it's their moral code, messing with their moral code by having us around anyway, and then we start acting gay as if we're just like it's a role. I did that, like being. I used to say masculine, but I was never masculine really. Being more so aggressive. That was my I want to say definition of masculinity, because that's how I grew up. Like masculinity being masculine meant that I had to be aggressive, somewhat a bully, or mean, or you know, I had to be, or hood per se, not per se, but everything that is toxic masculinity, that I had to code switch, not have a high pitched voice. Like throughout, I was able to, work through that because I never really had representation. Now there was Noah's Ark when I found out about it, when I was 13, but I couldn't really watch it all the time, growing up and stuff like that because, I was raised by a single mother that was homophobic. Like the only time I was ever really tell her that I was bisexual, which was a lie, is because of my brother indirectly exposing me because we had got into a physical, we got into a fight or whatever. I'm over being politically correct, girl. Oh, YouTube, really. But got into a fight, bitch, and he felt away. I guess maybe he felt like I got the best of him in that fight, and he was being very, very petty and saying I had to tell her something, and I sat her down and told her, and she acted like she was fine with it. But after 2-3 years, whatever, she got into the argument, brought it back up, and threw it back in my face, and talking about some girly or whatever. That's when she, she had kicked me out, not because I was gay, or probably that was an addition to it, but other things too. But yeah, and first one to really just take me in was my friend at the time, and she was white. That her family took me in, and I was able to really just be me, and I would see the differences as it pertains to being gay versus being around white people versus being around black people, which I ain't want to, like I said, bring up race too much. But yeah, I definitely saw the differences. But yeah, I didn't really like how I definitely had to I felt that I had to be around my family and stuff like that, and saw myself, and I'm like, okay, I gotta heal this part because I didn't have representation. That's why it's important to have representation as it pertains to kids, because there's such thing, like I said, as queer kids that need representation. And homosexuality is not just sex. Like, y'all gotta get over that. Y'all gotta get over that. It's not just about sex. We're not just about sex. We're sexual beings. We're human. All of us are, species are sexual beings, but it's not just sex. Showing people how to love themselves, and you're normal. You're not, you're not an abomination. Well, we ain't gotta get to the religious part, but you're normal. You're human. You could be friends with each other, showing each other how to treat each other, respect each other, have boundaries. As people, like, that's what cartoons can show. That's why it's dope to have gay people or gay characters in cartoons. So the kids that are queer can see themselves. And y'all like to say, oh, they're not gonna understand. Give kids some credit, because kids are not stupid. How would they can't understand being homosexual, but they can understand having a girlfriend, a boyfriend, the opposite sex, just because they're opposite sex, they're attracted to the opposite sex, they'll understand that better. That makes absolutely no sense. You're just homophobic, and your homophobia makes you become immature. There's symptoms, definitely symptoms of homophobia. You become immature, you become dehumanizing, you become, definitely have since become a bad parent, like you will definitely cut your kids off, or you will send them to an adoption agency, or you'll be your child's first bully, being a bully to your child, or not giving as much attention and love to your queer child because you're ashamed of them, what your family gonna say, what the neighbors gonna say, what the church gonna say, instead of you being 10 toes down behind your child, letting them know, baby, we gonna fight the world. And instead of just sitting them down being like, baby, this is who you are, I seen it, and giving them time, because they may not be comfortable. When you talk to them and let them know, building them up that, baby, you're going to have it rough out here, but just know your mama or your daddy got your back. That everything is going to be fine. Like, for them to hear that, for your child to hear that, what that does to their heart. I'm kind of getting emotional thinking about it. Like, what that would do to their heart, so that let them know that you got their back, and they can always depend on mommy and depend on daddy, not to just fight their battles, but to love them unconditionally. To love them, that they know that someone got their back, that they can cry tears to y'all, and stuff like that. But you still, that doesn't change them being strong. Being gay, being queer does not mean that you're weak. It actually mean that you're the strongest motherfucker in the room, because you're still dealing with, unfortunately, gonna deal with homophobia probably for the rest of your life. Now, you could probably pick and choose the circles you're dealing with, but there's always gonna be probably millions of people that hate you, probably want to unalive you because you're queer, you're homosexual. To deal with and be your authentic self, whether you're masculine gay or you're feminine gay. The fact that you're gay, lesbian, you know what I mean, y'all know, girl. That you, in this whole big old world, that you still yourself and can walk and hold your head up high. People telling you going to hell, or you don't deserve to have children, or yada, 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 bull, and you are still you. Still you. So, and I be still want to say to the ones that feel like it's really weak, if you are a man, straight man, girl, ain't nothing weak about taking a dick up the butt. And with that, let me go ahead and get off here and go eat my food, girl. But if the question still is here, the how has singleness treated y'all, let me know in the comments. Because singleness has been good to me to make it, to make it short and sweet, just as much as me. It's been good to me. But I still, at the end of the day, want me a man, honey. But I'm gonna be single until I meet the one that beat the one for me, that I definitely want to not just settle in, want to settle down and have a home with, the person that is compatible, that is perfect for me, not what society deems nothing. I don't give a damn about what society say about my love life, girl, because I ain't fucking on y'all, and I'm not gonna be sleeping with y'all, bitch. I can make my own rules. That's another definite pro in about being homosexual. I don't gotta follow y'all rules. I'm free. Okay? So y'all definitely like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like I said earlier, binge watch. I think I said it in this live. If I didn't, binge watch my videos. I got over 1K videos. Watch something. Comment on something. Join the community. Ask me questions. If you have any questions, like I say on my other live, this is not a big thing, girl. I'm up here looking at the video. Definitely send me a message to my Gmail. I'm gonna leave it in my Gmail in the description. Definitely email me about any questions or anything, topics you want me to discuss. This is my I'm here to cause chaos, where it's just I'm talking about random or a variety of topics, just like I do with my that shit so gay as fuck. That shit gay as fuck. Girl, I sound like I'm drunk. I need some dick in my throat. But that shit ass for lives. So, girl, get in here. You're welcomed. Y'all are welcomed. Even y'all pathetic ass trolls. View something. Okay? Alright. But let me know, how has singleness been treating y'all, girl? Don't just let it be a pity party now, because your time of being single is for you. It's okay. It's okay to be single, girl. You may not want to be single forever, but girl, at least you ain't been with somebody you're married to, but you feel the most single with them. You feel so alone with them because they really don't love your ass for real. Get to being you. Get into just being you. Just you. Okay? And it's okay just being just you. All right, you guys. I may come back tonight. I don't know. I ain't really got nothing else to do. But, hey, if I don't, thank y'all. All right, I'm here to cause chaos. Yes, indeed. If you know somebody with